go put ourselves on our flatty spot, and dominate some big girls. Oh, I got a better one. G'day people, welcome back to another episode of Flax Fishing Adventures. Just out today with old mate Jeffrey. Say hi, Jeff.
Hey.
One of the legends from work. We're just chasing some kingfish, maybe go chase a few flathead. It's the day after the full moon. It was full moon last night. The moon's actually a long way away from the earth at the moment. I'm not expecting today to be a very good day's fishing, but got to be in it to win it. We're just trolling some lures around for some bonito at the moment. Fingers crossed we can find a couple of schools of fish. Hopefully get some live baits, then go chase some kingies. Anyone that hasn't subscribed to my channel, hurry up and subscribe. It'd really help me out. I'd love you for it, so do it. Just a quick little rundown on our map that we're using today. So just using the C-Maps Genius. I use a C-Maps card just to get my coloured contours. You can just use a normal SD card and collect all the data of the Genius Live. Pretty much run this map, this one as a map all the time. This one pretty much just use my side scan, and then this one I just use as an old school sonar. That's pretty much the way I leave them all the time. I do interchange these two depending on whether I'm in the river or outside. This one's just got a closer colour change, like I think it's a 2 foot colour change. This one's about 5 foot or 6 foot, so just gives me more detailing. And Jeffrey's on. Jeffrey's got himself a fish. Oh, not anymore. I'm pretty much just using my map to follow the edge of the drop off. Just trying to, the yellow's up in 20 foot, the blue's down in like 40, 50 foot, so you can see there's just that sharp drop off there where we're fishing today. Got him this time?
I think it's weed, that one.
It'll be alright, it's still swimming. Hold your rod out to the side more. 45 degree to your line, and that way when the fish hits it, it's not a direct pull straight on thing, it's got the spring of the rod. Alright, don't hold the line, Jeffrey. What are you doing, bro? You've lost him again, Jeff. Here, give us a go. Give us a go, bud.
Yep.
Hey? Oh, no real rush. It just sets the hook a bit better. Oh, we should be able to lift him in, hopefully. Rightio, first little bonito. All right, Jeffrey, you're up again, mate. So Jeffrey's just got the little hard body. I'm just going to run a little tiny spinner jig. Just hope to get a couple of slimies with that one, pretty much. I'm sure the bonito will attack it as well, but we're after those slimies and yakkers with this one. Jeffrey's caught a fish for us. What are you calling, Jeffrey? Another bonito?
Yeah, another bonito.
Can't lose his first fish. Well, look of concentration. Ah, a little salmon. We don't want to keep him anyway. We're going to let this guy go. Oh, I've hooked the lure up. Well, that's not the conventional way to net a fish, but the lure got caught on the net, so... Oh, bugger. There you go, Jeffrey. Jeffrey's first fish on board Flax fishing vessel. Happy camper. Yeah, send him back. All right, I'm just going to pop my little lure out. So there's two benefits to catching live bait this way. We also get to prospect the reef and look for those schools of kingfish at the same time. Look to see where those schools of bait are actually hanging out, and then we can target those areas. Haven't seen any kingfish on the sounder as yet. Jeffrey's onto another little fish. What's he got this time? A little bonito. Should be able to just lift him straight in, I think. There he's there, little tiny bonito. Here's what they've been feeding on, little tiny whitebaits. Little yakka, I think that one even, not sure what that one is. Something. We'll just troll around this reef for one more run and then we'll go out and chase some flathead, I think. We'll come back in later if the wind picks up and chase some kingfish again or some squid. Bait's not really stacked up too much today. It's pretty spaced out. There's only a few little tiny schools of bonito getting around. Haven't seen any slimies as yet. Like I said, we got our fresh bait now, so we can go fishing at least anyway. So we got 2 bonitos to eat and we got 1 bonito for bait. We've come out for our flathead drift and it's pretty windy out here. If it's too much wind, we'll go back in and chase some squid. With your bait, mate. Get him, go, one. Just skull drag him up. Just lift him straight in. Beautiful, Jeff. All right, Jeffrey's got his first flathead. Legal fish, no worries at all. I got my first flathead on. Not a monster fish, but not too bad. Oh, he might be just legal, that one. So we might let that go and get a few bigger ones. Send him on his way. Jeff's into another one. Jeff, the flathead slayer. There he is there. Not a massive fish, but quick measure, he's definitely legal. 40 centimetres. 36. He's a better one. Oh, what's your feet, Jeff? Bit more like the ones we're after. A little bit better flathead. Be probably 45. Quick measure. Oh, look at that. 45 on the dot. So we're starting to get into a few fish now. Last one I caught was 45. Jeff's got a couple of little bit smaller ones. Obviously he hasn't got one as big as me yet. Wind's backed off a little bit, too. Getting heaps of hits and you're striking at them and you're not hooking them. You usually got skin or something over the end of your hook. Just going to check me bait. I just dropped the old bit bait down, so I reckon I got a bit of skin over me hook. So Jeff's a Queensland fisherman. He's not used to the South Coast conditions here. He said the fish are all small down here. You can't find any big fish down here. He's used to catching big fish, he reckons, so he doesn't know how to catch the small ones. Oh, I got a better one. Oh, he's just hooked in around the gill. So we're starting to get a bit of a feed together. A few flathead, a couple of bonito. Jeff's promised all the guys at work some fish, so if he doesn't give you any fish, Johnny, speak to Jeff. So you can see I'm a pretty wild striker. I fish pretty heavy gear for my flathead, pretty heavy sinkers. Creates a lot of turbulence down there. Stirs up the sand, the big sinkers, and then, I just fish really heavy gear so I can get a really good hook set on the fish when they bite me. Bait. A lot of little ones down there at the moment just harassing our baits. We need a little bit more wind. Now it's backed off too much. Not enough drift, we're not covering enough ground. Oh! Here you go, Jeff, you pull up this. All right, I'm gonna get Jeffrey to pull my fish in while I show you his little whiting that he's just caught. I catch these guys pretty often out here. Not really sure what type of whiting they are. They got these little orangey sort of stripes. They don't get much bigger than this one. They probably get to sort of 25 centimetres. It's the biggest I've caught. I think Jeff's got either a shovel nose, a banjo, or a gummy shark. So we'll send that little whiting on his way and we'll get Jeffrey's fish.
Now it's starting to bite.
Don't hold the line. Just let it run if it's going to run. Jeffrey, the star of the show. We can critique his form, being a Queenslander and all. I got a little shovel nose. Let's wrangle him into the... There he is there. Shovel nose shark, not a massive fish. We'll send him on his way. Oh, he's out of there. I haven't been out flathead fishing in a long time, so this is the first time I've probably been flathead fishing outside in nearly 6 months, I reckon. Another little flatty, I'll send him on his way. Just going out to my other preferred flathead spot. Those floats been there the whole time?
Sorry?
Those floats been there the whole time? What are they? They're too big to be slimy. Yeah, Jeffrey, hold on to this, mate. Where'd those floats disappear to? You're on. Definitely onto something. All right, guys, so we just started heading out towards our other flathead spot, and we've noticed a few fish running around a fish trap on the surface. They look like decent sized fish, so we've just put a lure out. There he is there. Little cheap ass lure. Even though it's the day after the full moon and I wasn't expecting to catch too many fish, we seem to be doing okay. Let's go put ourselves on our flatty spot, and dominate some big girls. You can see on my flathead marks here, this is the flathead ground I normally fish. We were fishing probably 500-600 metres away before. Let's just go over here and we'll have a bit of a drift through this zone. All right, so there's pretty much no wind now whatsoever. Yeah, it's backed right off now, so we'll chuck the drift chute out just so we don't spin. So this time I've got the hook buried deep inside that fish. They can't actually see it, but it should pop out as soon as they bite it. Well, bite straight away. Fish on. Jeffrey's got himself a good flathead. Oh, gurnard. Massive gurnard. Well done, Jeffrey. Caught one of these before?
No.
Jeffrey's gone and caught himself a massive gurnard. Beautiful colours on that fish. They're pretty good eating these things, so we'll take him home for a feed. Oh, butterfly fish. All right, we're on to a better one. It's a better sort of flathead, I think, unless he's foul hooked. There he is there. There he's there. Not a massive fish, 36. Oh, I see. Jeffrey catches the little ones and I get the big ones. Picked up one on my kingfish setup, just on the circle hook. I've picked something up. Feels like a semi-decent sort of a fish. This might be the monster flatty we've been trying to get. Oh, look at that one. Woo, 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 woo. Covered, that's a bit better size one. There he is there. A little bit bigger flatty than, probably similar to that first one we caught. Well, the first one that I caught, I should say. All right, guys, I think I've got a bit better one. They've been real funny. They're just laying on top of the bait. They're not actually eating the bait. 37, not a monster, but a fish. So pretty simple rig we're running today. 2 ball sinkers. I just prefer the 2 smaller sinkers rather than one big one. I find it doesn't catch as much. I would normally run a normal swivel there, but that's all I had. About 350 to 400 mil down to just a J hook. That's just a mustard hoodlum hook. And then a bit of bait on there and quite a stiff rod, pretty heavy line. just so when I do get those bites, I strike really hard, set the hook really well, then I just lift them straight in the boat. I don't muck around with nets with flathead. Jeffrey's picked himself off a good fish, I'm pretty sure here. What do you reckon, Jeff? Feel like a good one, does it, mate?
Yeah, it does, the minutes.
Oh, well, we got a few flathead. What else do you want to go chase, Jeffrey? Got another one. Not sure what this is going to be. I don't think it's a flathead. I think it's going to... Oh, that's flat battery. I think it's going to be a banjo. Oh, big bucket mouth. Oh, rock cod. Bucket mouth. Let's go try for some squid, eh? We've got a few fish this morning. We've got a few flathead and that gurnard of Jeff's. We've just come in a bit closer to shore. Just going to have a go for some squid. Got old faithful squid jig here. Just going to lob him around some of these inner reefs. A little bit of swell breaking on some of the bommies today, so we can't go right up on top of the shallow ones. Got Jeff just in front of the boat here. He's had a couple of casts, no luck yet. I'll put a few in and see what happens. All right, we're on straight away. Feels like a pretty good squid. Just going to mark this spot so I know where we were when we come back in. Feels like a pretty solid squid. I'll get the net. I might have to get that net out from under those rods for me, Jeffrey. I'll sort that out. You get your lure, chuck your lure out behind this one. There's usually a couple there. Pretty solid squid. He's pretty well hooked. He's lined up, ready to squid me, but we'll get him to get Jeff instead of me, I think. Squid jig's just got a heap of ink on it, so you want to get all that off. Just flick it in the water a few times. Should be good to go again. Cast him back out in that same sort of a direction. We're actually drifting in at the moment. The wind's a little bit east. I'll show you this squid. There he is there. First squid for the morning, first cast. Can't complain. There you go, little one. Jeffrey's got his first little squid. Oh, he's got a good one. Just let it run if it's going to run. It won't reef you, remember. Jeffrey's picked himself off a good fish. Ah, thought he was going to be a big one, Jeff.
Yeah,
He did. Just then turn him sort of like that. And then I'll... on the bench. All right, guys, so we've just moved to a virgin part of the reef, and same thing, first cast, I've got another one. Don't know if it's as big as the first one, but it's not too bad. There he is there, another little squidly. Oh, well, that's, Jeff's got four squid? Three or four? 3 or 4 squid, I've got my 2. That's not too bad. We got the few flatties, a couple of bonito. Jeff's got his gurnard. Good little mixed bag of species fish today. Wind's just starting to puff now. Oh, I've got another one. I've got another one straight away. Not a monster one, another little one. That's still all right. Still a squid. Still tastes just as good as the big ones. Although that one might go for bait, he's a bit small. So I'm just casting back out behind the boat and letting it drift along with the boat. Not really working it. Every time I turn around, I've got another one on there, so if it's working, don't change. That guy's only tiny. Perfect little live bait size for a kingy or a big snapper. It's hard to know what this wind's going to do. Got one. Oh, that was already on. Got another one. Not a massive one, that was a small one. Only a little one, that guy, but still pretty bloody tasty. Got another one. Similar size to that last one. The day's getting on a bit. It's sort of lunchtime now. It's 10 to 12 at the moment. We've caught a few flathead, couple of bonito, 4 or 5 squid each. And what else, Jeff? That's about it, really. Gurnard, little mixed bag for the days. Jeff's got some fish for the lads at work. He'll clean them up and bring them in for you guys. So when they don't turn up, blame Jeff. Thanks for watching another episode. I'll catch you at the next one.